Uh, there was something which was mentioned in one of the news items to do with the fertilizers which came from Russia. You heard about it? Are you aware? Yes. So I think you have the answers, isn't it? But as we like putting things straight as a ministry, we got fertilizers, not fertilizers, we got the components of manufacturing of fertilizers from Russia are close to 34 metric tons in 2023. When we got those border from Russia, they were in border form for manufacturing of fertilizers, because fertilizers have got different components. So this one came in border form. So what we did as a ministry through NCPP, we identify through open tender a producer of fertilizers. We are now calling it to be granulated. So we look for the fertilizers manufacturers, and then we got one of the farm who agreed to, based on the pricing, to granulate and manufacture fertilizers from those particular component of fertilizers by adding other components. When you look at the percentage of the fertilizer, depending on which fertilizer you are producing, if it is, of course, planting, it has got different components, plus the same component from Russia. If it is top dressing, it has got a different component from the same component from Russia. If it is for maize, it has got a different component. If it is for coffee. So we look for a farm through competitive bidding to do granulation and manufacture fertilizers for our farmers. The amount of this substance, which we are calling it the border form, one of the components of making fertilizers, was 600,000 bucks. So we look for a farm who could granulate and use this component and add other component of the fertilizer to make a fertilizer. And the farm won. Then they were given this particular component, which is part of manufacturing fertilizers, to go and do granulation and develop a fertilizer which is cross-specific, affordable, and also specific to our soil. So when this farm went and do the granulation based on our specification, we got 2 million bucks of now granulated fertilizers under different crops, for different crops, and also soil specific. So from 600,000 component of border foam, which is meant to be used to manufacture, to be part of the fertilizers to be manufactured, we got 2 million bucks, which we distributed. When we did the costing of the cost of fertilizer using this particular component, the cost of fertilizers came down. As we talk now, the cost of the fertilizer in the market is around 4,200 per pack. The government subsidized the top between 2,500 and 4,000. But this particular fertilizer which we sold, which were for different crops, the highest price was around 3,800, which it means the government only subsidized 1,300. Some of them went down to 2,590, I saw, and some are 2,390, 2,590, 2,530, 2,300, 2,530, 2,590, 3,800, the highest fertilizer from this particular component. So the cost of those fertilizers came down, but they did not come down below 2,500. The lowest was 2,530. The highest was 3,800, depending on the components which were added into this particular fertilizer component to make a full fertilizer, a granulated fertilizer. So for anybody to say we got free fertilizers donated and we sold, you know, as a Minister of Agriculture, we want to say that that is the fact. We didn't get fertilizer first of all. It was a component for making fertilizer. That is a fact. And if we are again to be given the same border or substances for making fertilizer, we'll still repeat the same. We'll tender, we look for a manufacturer to use the same component to manufacture fertilizers. So if we made mistake, we are ready to go to jail. Give us the jail number. Don't take us through the process of saying we need to go to court. We are as guilty as charged if you think that is a mistake we made. If we get another one, we'll still repeat. We look for a manufacturer to combine those to granulate, because they are not fertilizers. They were not fertilizers. So it was a donation of substances for making fertilizers. The best we thought as professional is to look for a manufacturer who can use the component, combine it, we do the proper costing, we say how much is this component which is free, so that it is deducted from the final cost of the fertilizer from that particular manufacturer. And we did it. And we have had the lowest we got in one of the fertilizer, depending on crop specific, is 2,530. The highest was 3,800. So let Kenyans know that facts be told. And if there is a mistake we made as a Ministry of Agriculture by looking for somebody to use those substances to manufacture fertilizers, then we are guilty as charged. And we'll still repeat, because that is our thinking as professional. So kama kuna chela kuingia, utuambie tu ni namba gani, hakuna haja tungoje file ndani. Tutangojea file ndani, usisumbue watu wa Kenya, nini lawyers, judges, tunasema tu ni chela number 5, tunaenda pole pole, tunakaa huko, tungojea file. File ikifika, tunasema hiyo tulifanya, hiyo ni ukweli au ukweli. How many years, how many months, na hiyo tunafanyanga. Na hiyo ni roho safi. So, sisi we are not politicians. We just say the way it is, and kama ni mbaya ni mbaya. Na hiyo tutarudia tena. Tukipata fertilizers which are not full fertilizers, we look for somebody to manufacture using those components, and then we look for costing. We make sure that there is proper tendering, and then we get the right fertilizers. And that is our professional work. So usisumbue mtu, usisumbue president, usisumbue kila mtu, noise mingi. Sisi tuko hapo, tumekaa hapo kangari, na tulifanya hivyo. Na hiyo ni ukweli. Hakuna uongo, hiyo ni ukweli. Na tutaendelea kufanya hivyo kusaidia Wakenya. Sio ni sawa? Asante sana.